Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited. This video is kind of like a comparison, kind of like a haul. Before I get started talking about these planners, I do want to mention that this is something I picked up today and I am absolutely in love. How precious are these washi tapes? Oh my god. I just thought this was the most adorable thing for like a road trip or anything like that. Like I fell in love. I thought it was very unique. They had a bunch of other ones, but I had to limit myself to just this one. I'm currently using the Erin Condren horizontal for the 2015 to 2016 one, and I really thought a lot about what I'm doing next year. This goes till December, and I just, you know, I've been debating, do I want another Erin Condren? Do I want a Happy Planner? Do I want another planner? I've been thinking a lot about that because it's that time of year, and I decided to go with the Happy Planner, obviously for a plethora of reasons. From using the Erin Condren all year, starting last July, what I've really found is that I don't care very much for the planner itself. The only thing that I'm really obsessed over the planner itself is this cover. And not even because of the personalization, just this design aesthetic. But in terms of the insides, I am honestly, ever since the beginning, have not been very impressed. I think she can do so much better. I was disappointed with the colors because I wanted the dual color, like in the vertical, in the old vertical, but the horizontal didn't come with that. And then just in terms of this is nice and clean and neat. There's nothing ugly about it, obviously. But what I found is that, you know, if I'm going to be using stickers and decorating it and spending all this money on things in addition to the planner itself, which is already very expensive, I don't see a need to really, say, invest in this planner again for next year. The paper quality is nice and I suppose a little bit thicker than the Happy Planner, but I really don't, like, that's not really one of the factors I consider to be important, as long as the paper is not like flimsy. So honestly, I found that with my planner and with my planning style, if I'm going to use stickers, horizontal makes it a little bit harder to look good because I think it requires more creativity really in terms of placement and, you know, either hand drawings or fonts or designs, and I just quite simply don't have that type of artistic ability. I've always planned horizontally. A year ago today I would have been like, what, vertical planners? That's really weird. But now I'm really, after using a year of the horizontal, I think I'm willing to try the vertical, at least in terms of the way that I decorate. And I have a couple spreads on my Instagram, which is "Don't touch me, I'm poison." It's just all one word, no underscores or anything. So, you know, plan with just writing and then some decor here, a full-on vertical kit with all these spaces basically covered. I've also used just heart checklists and done a lot of mix between white space and no white space, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird because of the lines also, and I just have not found a way that I'm really, really happy with in planning this planner. So I've decided to make the switch to the Happy Planner for next year, but I have not decided what I want to do from July to December for the rest of this year. I don't want to waste it because obviously this planner was hella expensive, but at the same time I cannot wait to use my Happy Planner. So this doesn't come in a 12 month starting in January, so the only option was from July to December, and that's the same one for this. So I'm a little conflicted on what to do. I don't know, guys. I am honestly really excited about this planner and this particular one. Happy Planner, if you don't know, unlike the Erin Condren, each one, the cover is different, the inside, the fonts, the setup is all a little bit different. So there's a lot of choices, and some of them it's like you'll find you like everything except this one little thing and you just kind of have to get over it, and that's kind of the case with this. The things that I liked about this particular one way overshadows the one thing that I don't like, so I'll talk about that in a second and kind of walk you guys through why I really think the Happy Planner is the way to go, even though I have not started using this. But hopefully if you guys are interested in a more in-depth comparison / review, I can do that after I start using it. But from what I'm feeling now, I really think the Happy Planner is the way to go. This was 40% off. I used the Michaels coupon, so it ended up being around $18 plus tax, which is absolutely amazing. And this was about probably $65, I think. Opening it up, it has today is a brand new day, which I am absolutely obsessed with this. I can't. I love the sky. I love very naturey, very outdoorsy kind of simple aesthetics. So this planner is right up my alley in terms of that. I'm going to use July to kind of talk to all the little things that I like and don't like, so it's going to take a while, but all the other months are just going to be a flip through. So I love that it has this banner here, which is not something that's in every planner, but the downside of including this bar is that there's less space and there's no currently column. If you don't know, Happy Planner has like a currently column every month that says like currently reading, currently crafting, all these things. That's actually one of the like things that I really, really wanted in my planner, but it just happened that the one that I really liked did not have that, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's gonna be okay because of all the other things in this planner that make it better than all the other choices out there, in my opinion. So the theme is obviously very naturey, some quotes, very simple, I'm feeling this vibe. So when you flip to the monthly, this is what it looks like. The font is very simple, as you can see, and then this is the font used for the dates in the weekly, and you'll see that in a sec. But weekends are pattern, which is very common for, I'm pretty sure every single one has the tinted weekends, at least in the monthly, which I'm not a big fan of. Hence why the one hesitation I had with the Happy Planner was that the weekends on the weekly is tinted. However, I was just so lucky. My Michaels only carry 2 different types, this and like I think the Hello Life Happy Planner, and it just so happened that this one does not have tinted weekends. Like, oh my god, how perfect is that, guys? Like, I really just did not like the shaded weekends. I just thought that was gonna kind of like mess up my whole thing, because if I were to do white space planning, I just didn't like the look of it. And so I didn't even know that they had one that doesn't have the tinted weekend, and I'm pretty sure this is the only one, because I checked on the website to watch all the videos, and pretty much all of them have the tinted weekends except for this one. So I am so glad that I found this, and I am just absolutely thrilled, guys. I also really like this font. It's a little bit, scripty and girly, but not overly dramatic, still pretty simple. And so I am very, 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 very happy about this choice. So the colors in this planner are primarily blue, green, and pink. And so in shopping for kind of functional stickers, those are the colors I'm kind of gravitating towards. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be doing white space or, full-on kits that cover up all these colors, but I'm sure it'll be a good mix of both. The color choices are a little bit, not very many kind of unique colors, very basic colors, but they're still very pretty, and I don't really mind the repetition. It's not a huge deal as long as the colors are appealing. So that's July. August looks like this with my favorite sky, and it's this light soft blue. On months that have the gold foiling, the colors tend to match this picture or some part of it. So for September, it's this kind of corally peachy color. And October is a hot pink, which makes sense for Breast Cancer Awareness Month too. And then November, I absolutely love this. I think you guys can get a feel for like what pictures I'm really crazy about. It's the natural, like kind of naturey ones that I'm really obsessed with. And what this thing is called is like on the tip of my tongue, but I just cannot remember, and it's driving me crazy. Like, what is this contraption called? Like, I can't remember. But if you know, let me know so I don't go crazy. So that's November, and then December is gorgeous. I think this is my favorite divider in the whole entire planner. I just think this is so pretty. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous kind of teal blue color. Like I said, a lot of blues and greens. January is like this mint green. It almost matches the May color. Pretty spot on, which I really like, so that works out. And it's this, not a fan of this black polka dot, but I can cover that up with some washi easily. February is also pink. This is a little bit too flowery for my taste, but That's fine. March is greens again. I do really like this divider, so greens. And then April is really pretty. I love this water. So it's this really vibrant blue color. And then May is a soft pink. I also really like this. This planner is just right on my alley and so much prettier than the Erin Condren. Like, the Erin Condren dividers really suck. Like, what is this? Honestly, like, let's talk about how not pretty this is. I think they could just do so much better. July is also, wait, did I show you June? Look at how pretty June is. The colors are so vibrant. I love it. I was hoping the color inside would be a little bit darker though to match this, but it's okay. July, hot pink again. And then August is kind of dark. I kind of like this because everything else is so colorful in this planner, but the monthly it's a blue color, which I didn't think went with this at all. I just wish it was kind of like grayish, but I guess maybe they don't want it to be too dreary since it is called the Happy Planner. September is gorgeous. This is like the same picture as the front cover, or kind of, and it's gorgeous. I love it. It makes me happy just looking at it. So we've got green again, and then October is a light pink. Oops. And that, and then November is blue again, and then December is the mint color, which I love this, absolutely love this, which I've said about every single divider almost, but what can I say, it's just really, really right up my alley. So the thing with this is it only has one note page in the back, which is fine with me because I never really take notes in my planner anyway, and then the back is the matching blue skies, which I absolutely love. I am just overly ecstatic about this planner. Ooh, my nails kind of match. I just painted them today. This is in the color Cocktail Bling. It's super, super pretty. If you guys are kind of hesitating between the Erin Condren, specifically the horizontal, then I would say I recommend you go with a Happy Planner. If you've never tried vertical planning too, just because if you like decorating with stickers, I really don't think it's necessary to spend so much money on the planner itself. If you're going to be covering up like everything basically, especially in the vertical. In the horizontal, a lot of kits don't allow you to cover up these colors. But in the vertical, basically from all the Plan With Me's that I've seen, you essentially cover up every single thing, which is also confusing to me why people want to match monthly colors. If you're gonna really cover up every single thing on the page that has color, like that's been a question in my mind for a long, long time, and I just cannot comprehend, but I will keep you guys updated, and of course do Plan With Me's. I'm really excited to be able to use vertical kits without modification. I was gonna say modificationing, but the word I'm going for is modifying, without modifying the stickers. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope you guys enjoy this little flip through / kind of minor comparison. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.